The evening lights of the grounds cafe twinkled against the darkening Manhattan sky as Alex Reynolds checked his watch for the third time. At 34th floor, the acclaimed architect specialized in designing child-friendly public spaces. Yet his personal life lacked the family element he secretly yearned for. His business partner had insisted this blind date would be perfect, describing Marcus as kind, genuine, and exactly what Alex needed. But 20 minutes had passed, and the chair across from him remained empty. Twice. Alex had been rejected as a prospective adoptive parent, the adoption agencies citing his single status and sexuality as concerns. Those rejections left wounds that had hardened into resignation about his prospects for fatherhood. Alex signaled for the check when a small figure approached his table. A little girl, perhaps 6 years old, with dark curls held back by rainbow barrettes, maneuvered between tables with the determined purpose of someone on an important mission. She stopped directly beside him, studying his face with serious brown eyes. "Excuse me," the child said with perfect politeness. "Are you Mr. Alex?" Her pronunciation was careful, deliberate. Alex blinked in surprise. "I am. And who might you be?" "I'm Emma," she replied seriously. "My daddy sent me to tell you he's really sorry he's late. He's fighting with the parking meter and said bad words, but then told me not to tell you that part." She covered her mouth. "Oops." Alex felt his annoyance dissolve into amusement. "Your daddy sent you in alone to find me." Emma nodded vigorously. "He showed me your picture on his phone so I'd know what you look like. He said you'd be sitting by the window with the blue coffee mug." She looked quite proud of her detective skills. "Well, you found me," Alex smiled. "Would you like to sit while we wait for your dad?" Emma climbed into the chair opposite him, folding her hands on the table. "Daddy says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers," she confided. "But he said you're not a stranger. You're his friend, Mr. Alex." "That's very wise of your dad," Alex replied. "Are you going to marry my daddy?" Emma asked with disarming directness. Alex nearly choked on his water. "I what? Mrs. Peterson next door says Daddy needs to find a husband," Emma explained patiently. "And Daddy says he's trying, but it's hard with a little girl because some men don't like kids." Her eyes fixed on his. "Do you like kids?" Life's most profound moments often arrive unexpectedly, carried by the honesty of those who haven't yet learned to filter their words. If you've been touched by this story of unexpected connections, make sure to like and subscribe to Heart Stories for more tales that remind us how love can appear in the most surprising packages. Alex was saved from answering by the arrival of a man who rushed to their table, slightly breathless and visibly mortified. He was striking perhaps 32, with an athletic build, warm amber eyes, and a modern undercut that complemented his East Asian features. "Emma, I told you to wait by the door, not to go find him yourself," the man said, before turning to Alex with an apologetic smile. "I'm so sorry. I'm Marcus Chen. This is my daughter, Emma, who apparently thinks she's old enough to wander through restaurants alone." "I found him, Daddy," Emma announced proudly. "And I told him you said bad words at the parking meter." "Yes, you did, sweetheart," Marcus sighed, his cheeks flushing. "But we had an agreement about staying where I can see you." He looked at Alex with regretful eyes. "I'm terribly sorry about this. The parking in Chelsea is impossible. And then the meter wouldn't take my card." "It's fine," Alex assured him, surprised to find he genuinely meant it. Emma was very polite. "She delivered your message perfectly." He gestured to the seat beside Emma. "Please join us." Marcus sat down, settling Emma next to him rather than across from Alex. "I should have mentioned I have a daughter when Sarah set this up," he admitted quietly. "That was dishonest. I completely understand if you'd prefer to leave." "Why would I want to leave?" Alex asked, genuinely confused. "Because most men do when they find out about Emma." Marcus replied, his voice dropping so his daughter wouldn't hear. "I've learned to mention it up front now, but Sarah was so enthusiastic about setting us up, and I just wanted one evening where I wasn't immediately judged for being a single father before anyone even met me." Alex glanced at Emma, who was now coloring on the children's menu, then back at Marcus. Something in the other man's resigned expression touched him. Actually, I've been rejected twice as an adoptive parent because I'm single and gay. The agencies claim children need a traditional family structure. He shook his head. Anyone who judges you for being a father is missing out on something incredible. Emma is clearly amazing, which reflects on you. Marcus's eyes widened, then filled with emotion. That might be the kindest thing anyone has said to me in years. Their conversation flowed easily after that initial vulnerability. Marcus explained how he'd adopted Emma when she was 2, after his best friend and his wife died in a car accident. I was her godfather, but becoming her actual father overnight was terrifying. I had no idea what I was doing. Yet she seems remarkably well adjusted, Alex observed. Marcus smiled. She's resilient, but it hasn't always been easy. Some kids at her school have made comments about her having a gay dad. The parents can be worse, though. I can imagine, Alex said. My own parents still struggle with my sexuality, even after 15 years. Emma, who had been quietly coloring, suddenly looked up. Billy Harper said I can't have a real family because I don't have a mommy. But Miss Garcia said families come in all shapes and sizes. And what matters is love. She returned to her coloring, unaware of the profound simplicity of her statement. The adults exchanged a look of surprised appreciation. From the innocence of children often comes the clearest vision, a reminder that our preconceived notions about what makes a family legitimate are learned, not inherent, and that perhaps the simplest definition is also the truest. Spring blossomed into summer as Alex integrated seamlessly into Marcus and Emma's life. The architect who had designed spaces for children now found himself learning firsthand about their needs, mastering bedtime routines, navigating childhood fevers at 2 in the morning, and deciphering the complex negotiations of a 6-year-old determined to wear mismatched socks with sandals. Emma approached their developing relationship with the seriousness of a professional critic. "Daddy," she announced one evening over dinner, "Mr. Alex made good spaghetti, but he still needs to work on his pancakes. They were too flat," she demonstrated with her hand. "Pancakes should be fluffy, like clouds." "I'll keep practicing," Alex promised, exchanging an amused glance with Marcus. "See that you do," Emma replied with such adult inflection that both men struggled not to laugh. Their first significant challenge came when Alex invited Marcus and Emma to his family's Thanksgiving gathering in Connecticut. His relationship with his parents had improved since his coming out, but remained strained. His mother had made progress, but his father remained distant, maintaining what Alex called civil tolerance rather than acceptance. "We don't have to go," Marcus said, concern evident in his voice as they discussed it over wine after Emma had fallen asleep. Alex shook his head. "I want them to meet you both. You and Emma are important to me." The Thanksgiving table at the Reynolds family home was elegant but tense, with conversation carefully navigating around any mention of Alex and Marcus's relationship. Emma, oblivious to the undercurrents, charmed Alex's mother with stories of her school play and questions about the family photos adorning the mantelpiece. When Alex's father made a pointed comment about traditional family values, Emma set down her fork with surprising force. "Ms. Garcia says families come in all shapes and sizes," she announced to the table. "My friend Zoe has a mom and a dad. Jackson has 2 mommies. I have my daddy and now Mr. Alex. We're all real families." The table fell silent. Then Alex's mother reached over to squeeze Emma's hand. "Ms. Garcia sounds very wise," she said softly, glancing at her husband with meaningful eyes. By dessert, even Alex's father had thawed somewhat, asking Emma about her favorite books and showing her his collection of model ships. In the kitchen later, Alex overheard his mother telling Marcus, "She's a remarkable child. You've done a wonderful job." Professional challenges emerged too. Alex lost a significant client, a conservative school board chair who had concerns about his lifestyle, after seeing Alex with Marcus and Emma at a community festival. The rejection stung, but led to an unexpected opportunity when a prominent LGBTQ+ community center commissioned him to design their new youth space. Alex incorporated his observations of Emma and her friends into the design, creating nooks for quiet reading, expansive areas for energetic play, and adaptable spaces that could transform based on children's changing interests. The project became his most passionate work, eventually winning a prestigious architectural award for inclusive design. Meanwhile, Marcus's restaurant, East West Kitchen, flourished as Alex helped redesign the space to include a family-friendly area where children could watch their food being prepared through a special kid-height window into the kitchen. Emma proudly served as the chief taste tester, solemnly evaluating new menu items with comically serious expressions. When Emma faced bullying at school from a classmate who insisted she couldn't have a real family, Alex and Marcus attended the parent-teacher conference together. Some parents shifted uncomfortably when Marcus introduced Alex as his partner, but the principal remained steadfastly supportive. "In this school, we celebrate all families," she stated firmly. "And frankly, I wish all our students had parents as involved as you two." That evening, as they tucked Emma into bed, she asked sleepily, "Are we a forever family now?" The question hung in the air between them, weighted with possibility and vulnerability. The journey toward family isn't always a straight path. Sometimes it winds through unexpected terrain of loss, rejection, and prejudice. Yet in those crooked lines, we often find our truest connections, bonds formed not from obligation, but from conscious choice and unwavering commitment. As spring arrived the following year, Alex found himself standing amid the vibrant energy of New York's annual Pride Parade, watching Emma perched on Marcus's shoulders, waving a rainbow flag with unbridled enthusiasm. The journey from their first coffee shop meeting to this moment feeling undeniably like a family seemed both miraculous and inevitable. After the parade, they stopped for ice cream at a small shop near Washington Square Park. While Marcus took Emma to the bathroom, Alex's phone buzzed with a message from Sarah, the chef who had originally set them up. "How's my favorite matchmaking success story doing? Still can't believe Emma convinced me to arrange that accidental blind date." Alex stared at the message in confusion. Before he could respond, Sarah called. "Emma didn't tell you," Sarah laughed when he asked for clarification. "That little mastermind, she's been taking cooking classes at my restaurant on Saturdays while Marcus handles the lunch rush. She kept talking about how her daddy was always sad when he thought no one was looking, and how Mrs. Peterson said he needed a husband. One day, she brought your firm's brochure, said her daddy had it because he admired your playground designs. She declared you'd be perfect because you make places for kids, so you must like them. I agreed to arrange the meeting if she promised not to tell either of you it was her idea." Alex was still processing this revelation when Marcus and Emma returned. Looking at them, Emma's infectious smile, Marcus's warm eyes, Alex felt a certainty settle over him. That evening, he contacted his jeweler friend for help designing 2 special rings. A month later, Alex suggested revisiting the grounds cafe for old time's sake. The day before, he arranged a secret meeting with Emma at Marcus's restaurant. "Emma, I need to ask you something very important," Alex said, kneeling to her eye level. "I'd like to ask your daddy to marry me, but that would mean I'd officially be your family too. Would that be okay with you?" Emma considered this with characteristic seriousness. "Would you be my daddy too? Not just daddy's husband?" "If you'd like me to be." Alex replied carefully, "I know you had parents before who loved you very much, and I'm not trying to replace them, but I love your daddy, and I love you, and I'd be honored to be your father too." "I have conditions," Emma stated, crossing her arms. Alex fought back a smile at her businessman-like demeanor. "I'm listening. First, you have to learn to make daddy's special pancakes properly. Second, you have to be better at playing at dolls. They need different voices, not just your regular voice. Third," her expression softened, "you have to promise never to leave us. Billy's stepdad left, and Billy was really sad." "Those are excellent conditions," Alex said solemnly. "I promise to work on all 3, especially the last one." They shook hands, and Emma threw her arms around his neck. "I knew you were perfect when I saw your picture," she whispered. The following evening at the cafe, their reminiscence was interrupted when the door opened and a striking woman entered, scanning the room before her gaze locked on Emma. Marcus stiffened beside Alex. "Rachel," he said, his voice strained. "What are you doing here?" "Hello, Marcus," the woman replied coolly. "I've been trying to reach you." Her eyes moved to Emma. "Hello, sweetheart. You probably don't remember me." Emma shrank against Marcus. "Who is she?" "Daddy, Emma, this is Rachel Wilson. She's—" Marcus hesitated. "She's your birth mother's sister. Your aunt." Rachel stepped forward. "I've been looking for you for months. I have legal papers. As her only living blood relative, I'm petitioning for custody." The cafe seemed to freeze around them. Alex watched as Marcus's face drained of color, his hand protectively covering Emma's. Without hesitation, Alex stood and placed himself between their table and Rachel. "Ms. Wilson, I'm Alex Reynolds, Marcus's partner and Emma's soon-to-be father. Whatever legal matters you believe you have, this isn't the place to discuss them. We have an excellent family attorney who will be happy to review any papers you've filed." Rachel looked startled by his intervention. "This doesn't concern you. Everything concerning Marcus and Emma concerns me." Alex replied calmly but firmly. "Now, if you'll excuse us, we're in the middle of a family dinner." After Rachel reluctantly left, promising this wasn't over, Emma looked between the two men with frightened eyes. "Is she going to take me away?" Marcus pulled her close. "No, sweetheart, never. You are my daughter, legally and in every way that matters." Alex knelt beside them, taking Marcus's trembling hand. The proposal he had planned now seemed insufficient for the moment. "Marcus, Emma, I came here tonight to ask if you'd both do me the honor of becoming a family officially. But I realize now we already are one. Whatever comes, we'll face it together." He placed the two small boxes on the table. "There's a ring for each of you, because I'm not just asking you to marry me. Marcus, I'm asking to be Emma's father too." In moments of crisis, we often discover what truly matters, not the perfect words or setting, but the unwavering commitment to stand together against whatever storms may come. Family isn't defined by blood or paperwork, but by those who remain when the choice to leave is easiest. The legal battle with Rachel Wilson stretched across 3 arduous months. Marcus and Alex retained Catherine Barnes, a formidable family law attorney who was herself raised by 2 mothers. Catherine approached their case with both legal brilliance and personal passion, determined to keep their family intact. "Blood relation isn't the only factor in custody decisions," she explained during their first meeting. "Emma has been with Marcus for 4 years. He's the only consistent parent she's known. The courts prioritize stability and the child's best interests above all." Still, the stress wore on them. Emma began having nightmares, clinging to Marcus when he dropped her off at school, afraid each goodbye might be permanent. One evening, Alex found Marcus sitting alone in the darkened kitchen, silently crying over a cup of cold coffee. "I can't lose her," Marcus whispered as Alex wrapped his arms around him. "You won't," Alex promised. "We won't." Their community rallied around them. The staff from Marcus's restaurant prepared meals during the busiest weeks of legal preparation. Families from Emma's school wrote character references. Alex's LGBTQ+ center clients organized a fundraiser to help with mounting legal fees. Even Alex's father surprised them, arriving unannounced one weekend with boxes of his old law books and offering to review their case files. "Family stands together," he said simply, giving Marcus an awkward but sincere pat on the shoulder. The final hearing fell on a crisp autumn day. Rachel Wilson arrived with her attorney, a stern man in an expensive suit who specialized in traditional family advocacy. Marcus squeezed Alex's hand so tightly it nearly went numb. When Emma was asked by the judge in a private session whom she wanted to live with, she reportedly answered without hesitation, "My daddy and Alex, they're my home." The judge, a thoughtful older woman, delivered her ruling with clarity that silenced the courtroom. While the court respects biological relationships, Emma Chen has been thriving in a stable, loving home for 4 years. Mr. Chen has demonstrated exemplary parenting. The petition for custody change is denied. Their 4th of July wedding took place in the Brooklyn Botanic Garden, with Emma serving as the official Best Flower Girl, a title she had insisted upon creating. The ceremony combined Chinese and American traditions, honoring Marcus's heritage alongside their shared culture. Emma wore a special necklace, a gift from Alex containing tiny silver rings representing each member of their family, interlinked and inseparable. During the ceremony, she read a poem she had written with the help of her teacher. Families are made of love, not rules. Mine has 2 dads and twice the cool. After exchanging vows, Alex surprised both Marcus and Emma by presenting official adoption papers, the final step in becoming Emma's legal second parent. I promised I would never leave, Alex said, his voice thick with emotion. Now it's official in every way possible. At the reception, Marcus rose to give his toast, Emma standing proudly beside him. 4 years ago, I was a terrified new father, convinced I would never find someone willing to take on both me and a toddler. I stopped believing in perfect fairy tale endings. He looked at Alex with tears shimmering in his eyes. Then my daughter decided to take matters into her own hands and find someone who designs playgrounds for children. As usual, Emma knew exactly what we needed before I did. Emma beamed. I found him first, she announced to laughter and applause. Alex stood to join them, the 3 forming a tight circle in front of their guests. The adoption agencies told me I couldn't provide a proper family, he said. They were wrong. Family isn't something you're given, it's something you build, choice by choice, day by day, with love as the foundation. As the summer sunset painted the garden in gold, the 3 of them danced together under twinkling lights, their shadows merging into one. Around them, friends and family celebrated not just a wedding, but the triumph of a family that had fought to exist, to be recognized, and to remain together. Have you ever found family in unexpected places? Has a child's wisdom ever changed your perspective on what truly matters? Share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you've discovered or created your own definition of family. And if this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to Heart Stories for more tales of love, acceptance, and the beautiful complexity of human connection.